Hey guys. So honestly, I really am not in a very positive mood right now. I'm kind of struggling, but there's been a few things happening lately, and I still don't know about Don's condition currently. We were supposed to be getting a call from his brother, who they are estranged. However, I really don't think he's going to give permission for us to see him before, or if he dies, we won't get to see him before then. But if he does make it, I will be really grateful. But at this point, it's unclear if we are going to get a chance to see him. So, HIPAA is a pain in the ass, let me tell you. um, that being said, my vyvanse, I said I would do an update about that later. So, that's what I'm going to do now. So I went into my doctor the other day and they upped my dosage from 30 milligrams once a morning to 40 milligrams once a morning. And this is what we're trying before I go to take a second dose of the evening, which if I do, it'll be like low dose Adderall in the evening. So before I do that, I'm trying the first suggestion from my doctor to try the 40 milligrams because in theory, the higher dose is supposed to last later into the day, like an extra 4 or 6 hours longer than the 30 milligrams. But it's a 12-hour pill. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me, but okay. I mean, I know a fair bit about pharmacology. I mean, I read my dad's book, after all, which he kept from college. So, um, anyway, I'm doing exactly what the doctor is telling me because I've never done that before and it's the right thing to do, and I'm simply trying to do the next right thing. So, I got to admit, going up 10 milligrams is a little interesting, to say the least. I'm having a hard time adjusting to it, and I'm really considering going back to 30 milligrams once a day and maybe 15 milligrams at night of Adderall, or 10 milligrams of Adderall, whatever the doctor suggests. But I'm coming to the conclusion that, like I always did growing up, need a second dose. So I'm going to give it a little more time, see if my body adjusts to it, and if not, then I'll call my doctor and get a appointment scheduled to maybe adjust the meds again or something. Secondly, I am still clean and sober. For the grace of God, I'm still standing. So, yay. Thank you, God. I couldn't have done this without God. None of this has been me. This is all Him. And you know what? I don't care if you all don't believe in God. I'm going to preach whether you like it or not. So those of you who are believers in God, Jesus Christ, awesome. If not, well, hopefully someday you will be. But I'm going to talk about it whether you like it or not. So, that being said, none of this has been my strength. Because look at the past. My strength failed me every dang time I tried to rely on my own willpower alone. And that's where I was most wrong. So, God basically put in motion my psych eval, which led to my ADHD meds being re-prescribed after 11 years unmedicated, which then led to the miracle of me being delivered from addiction. I haven't had a craving in over 2 weeks now. Not one. And even thinking about meth or any drug, it makes me sick to even think about it. It's quite repulsive, and I don't care if you believe me or not. That's not my judgment call, that's yours. And frankly, I'm not going to let your cynicism and your doubts get me down. I'm going to stand tall no matter how much you disbelieve. So, doubt me. I really don't care. And It's been one heck of a day today. This whole thing going on in Ukraine and Russia, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to talk about it. All I know is that human life is being lost. And to me, that's heartbreaking. Whether their people are good or bad, war is heartbreaking. And I'm praying for all people, both Russian side and Ukraine side. I'm praying for everybody involved in this conflict. And admittedly, I'm having a very hard time staying positive right now. So I'm relying heavily on God's support and His love. Anyway, still working on my music. Honestly, I'm waiting to get guitar strings for guitars before I can do any more with my music at the moment. Hence why I haven't done any more videos, because I wore out the strings on my dad's acoustic. So I don't really know what to talk about right now, so I'm going to leave this as the end, and I'm going to say good night, everybody. God bless you. You are loved, and you're important in this world. Don't ever forget that. And especially, never underestimate the power of God, because He is amazing. He is everything. Good night, guys.